Welcome to our latest episode where we tackle one of the most consequential phenomena of the 21st century, irregular migration. Today, we're going to explore not just the facts and figures, but also the human stories behind them. Joining me today is Dr. Sarah Grant, a migration policy expert. Sarah, thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to delve into this very important topic.
Let's set the stage for our listeners. First off, can you explain what we mean by irregular migration?
Absolutely. Irregular migration refers to people who move across borders without the necessary authorization, meaning outside the laws, regulations, or international agreements that govern entry and exit in their states. It's not a new phenomenon, but its visibility has increased immensely, especially since the end of the Cold War and the rise of globalization.
Speaking of visibility, I'd like to share some eye-opening statistics. Today, around 3.5% of the world's population, over 280 million people, are classified as migrants. That's up from 2.8% just 2 decades ago.
That's a significant increase. It suggests that more than 250 million individuals have relocated from their native territories in search of better opportunities or safety. However, estimating the number of irregular migrants poses its own set of challenges. It can vary widely. Some estimates suggest that irregular migrants make up anywhere between 15 to 20% of all migrants globally, which translates into a staggering 30 to 40 million people. On the other hand, some estimates soar to over 100 million.
It's incredible how such a significant portion of the global population is impacted by this issue. What are some of the reasons that compel individuals to undertake this risky journey?
Many migrants are fleeing conflict, persecution, or environmental disasters. The paths they travel often lead them through conflict zones or disaster-affected regions, exposing them to unimaginable dangers.
That sounds terrifying. Can you elaborate a bit on the pressures these migrants face when they arrive in destination countries?
Certainly, migrants often face significant vulnerabilities, including threats to their security and well-being. Once in a new country, they can be dehumanized, as we've seen in some media portrayals, particularly in countries like Australia. Many media outlets avoid showing images of migrants, leading to a narrative that neglects the very human aspect of the crises.
Now, let's switch gears a bit and talk about destination states. What kind of challenges do they encounter with irregular migration?
Destination states grapple with a web of challenges: economic implications, logistical burdens, and socio-political fragmentation. These issues are often exploited by populist and anti-immigration movements, leading to rising tensions in national discourse.
It's worth noting as well that the management of irregular migration poses a significant threat to the cohesion of the European Union itself. When migration flows are not managed effectively, they can stir political mobilization, generating substantial anti-immigration sentiment.
Exactly. And not only does this create divisive social climates, but revisionist states like Russia may leverage irregular migration as a geopolitical weapon. They can interfere with political processes in destination states, seeking to destabilize the international order.
There's an awful lot happening at the intersection of migration and international relations. But we also need to consider international organizations and their role in this complex landscape. How effective are they in safeguarding migrant rights?
While organizations like the International Organization for Migration have made strides in advancing migrant rights through international law frameworks, their enforcement mechanisms are often weak. Furthermore, a rise in nationalism and the focus on state sovereignty create obstacles for these organizations to operate effectively.
It's clear that there's much to unpack when it comes to the governance of irregular migration, especially since research often gets siloed. Can you elaborate on the interdisciplinary gaps present in current scholarship?
Sure, the study of irregular migration governance is often compartmentalized within social sciences, between international relations, security studies, and migration studies, leading to a lack of integrated approaches. Perspectives from migrants and local populations are rarely examined together, even though they can greatly inform government policy.
This fragmented view seems to limit our understanding of the whole picture. Could you provide specific examples of gaps in research that need to be addressed?
One major gap is in the foreign policy dimension of migration governance, which remains underexamined despite its relevance. Moreover, comparing case studies such as Italy and Australia reveals critical insights, but hasn't been done extensively since before 2016.
That's a reminder of why we need fresh perspectives and comprehensive frameworks to approach irregular migration governance holistically. So, what methodological approaches are being proposed to tackle these gaps?
The proposed methods involve a systematic literature review to gather existing evidence alongside comparative case studies. An emphasis on foreign policy analysis can integrate multiple theoretical perspectives to get a clearer picture of the situation.
That sounds promising. We really need to redefine the way we discuss these issues, especially in how we define irregular migrants. Why is terminology so significant in this discourse?
Terminology matters deeply because using pejorative terms, like illegal migrants, can dehumanize individuals. The research deliberately opts for neutral terms, such as irregular migrants and undocumented migrants, in order to align with international conventions and uphold human dignity.
This ensures a more respectful conversation around the subject and recognizes that there are diverse experiences under the umbrella of irregular migration.
Indeed, the term irregular migration is nuanced and broad, capturing various categories such as asylum seekers and economic migrants. This nuanced definition is vital for accurate discussions.
As we wrap up, can you summarize the key takeaways for our listeners?
Certainly. First, irregular migration is a significant and growing phenomenon with profound implications for migrants, destination states, and global governance. Second, stakeholders, including migrants themselves and organizations, face various challenges and threats, from dehumanization to political exploitation. Lastly, there is an urgent need for interdisciplinary approaches in research to more effectively address the complexities of irregular migration.
Thank you, Dr. Grant, for shedding light on this critical issue, and thank you to our listeners for tuning in. We hope this episode has given you a deeper understanding of irregular migration and its implications.
Thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure discussing such an important topic.
Until next time, stay informed and engaged.